Greetings and salutations from me, Rouvaun Smit. Welcome to A Sure Thing. Good to have you along on this stunning Thursday morning here in Cape Town. The weather really has been good, and I do hope that it's going to continue all the way across the weekend into next week in the build-up to our Christmas celebration. But we, of course, have a small matter of weekend racing around the country that we need to have a look at. And now it's time for us to concentrate first and foremost on the night race meeting at Hollywoodbets Greyville. What a great way to start the weekend. I thought it was a nice punter-friendly card because there are a few standout horses on the meeting that many people will be using as anchors for doubles, trebles and multiples to come for the weekend. The first race on the 8-race program gets underway at 16:20. You of course need to be on 5 minutes before that with your Hollywoodbet punter challenge selections. It's a free entry, you know how it works. Keep reminding you, take the bet slip, because that is what puts you in line for that big cash incentive prize, where you to be the lucky one to pick all the winners on the program. Hopefully I'll be able to assist you with a winner or two as we work our way through this Hollywoodbets Greyville card, where the first race is a maiden plate for fillies to be run over 1,200 meters, and 11 runners will face the starter in the opener. And at first glance, I thought a boat race between number 7, Jeanne d'Arc, and number 3, Jump the Green Light. When I went on to hollywoodbets.net prior to doing this podcast, I realized there's a big difference in the betting as far as the two is concerned, because number 7, Jeanne d'Arc, had shortened from 1.67 into 1.52, while number 3, Jump the Green Light, has gone from 2.5 out to 3.03. That's exactly how I see it. There was a half a length in it between the two, and I do think Jeanne d'Arc will finish ahead of number 3, Jump the Green Light, again this time when they meet. For third, I'm going with number 5, Princess Goldie. She's back on the turf and should improve. And for fourth, I'm going with number 10, Predator Surprise, Calvin Habib's ride. This one will be up with the pace and staying on for minor money. So 7, 3, 5 and 10 are the numbers I'm going with in race 1. Race 2 is a maiden plate to be run over 2,300 meters, where 9 runners will face the starter. Can't remember when last I've seen a race run over 2,300 at Hollywoodbets Greyville, but let's see if we can find the winner. Odds on favourite, deep in the red, 0.56 to 1. That's in fact the horse I'm siding with, number 4, Santiago's Pride, from the visiting Wyoming stable, as Caden Brew on board, who certainly know this individual well. It was that penultimate run over 2,000 meters at the Vol that certainly caught my attention, and I thought if this horse can run such a good race over 2,000, we'll certainly enjoy the step up to 2,300, coupled with the fact that if he settles and he takes to the Greyville circuit, should be the one they will have to beat. For second, I'm going with number 2, Walkie Talkie, comes into the race with a nice handy galloping weight. For third, with number 3, Fortune Hunter, who can improve going over a little bit further. And for fourth, I'm going with number 6, Fire Force, who's got the blinkers on and must have a place chance at best. So 4 from 2, 3 and 6 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 2. Race 3 is a conditions maiden plate, one for the girls over 1,800 meters, and 8 of them will contest this race. It's 1.67 about number 7, Lady My Lady, but I'm going with a second choice in the market at 2.5 to 1, and that's number 5, Gale Force. I thought that this one certainly does warrant the utmost respect because has been improving in each run on the poly. If she does bring that poly form to the turf and the same tactics get applied where she goes up handy, I think that she may be a hard one to peg back in the closing stages. So I'm going with Gale Force ahead of 7, Lady My Lady, who will enjoy the step up in trip. For third, I'm going with number 1, Bal Geocantor, who from pole position I think can run into the money. And for fourth, I'm going with 4, The Mightiest, who can improve going over a little bit further. So the numbers I'm going with are 5, 7, 1 and 4 in race number 3. Moving on to race 4, which is a maiden plate to be run over 1,600 meters. And here 10 runners will face the starter. I'm looking at the 2 joint favourites as the horses that I'm leaning towards. They're both priced up 1.52. I'm marginally siding with number 7, World of Our Own. This one has run 3 very good races to date. Last time out I thought was very unlucky in that run over this course and distance. Gavin Arena rides this time round, and I do think that this one can be the one to unsettle in the winner's enclosure ahead of the other joint favourite, number 4 Uzwana, who has been doing his best work late in the closing stages, and I think has got every chance to give number 7 World of Our Own a run for its money. So it's 7 from 4, 7 marginally ahead of 4. For third, I'm going with number 8 Green Mile, who will be competitive on recent form. And for fourth, with number 9 The Wolf, I think will have a chance if staying the extra. So 7 from 4, 8 and 9, the numbers I'm going with in race number 4. Moving on to race 5, which is a merit-rated 108 handicap to be run over 1,000 metres, and 8 runners will contest race number 5 on the programme. And here the betting says 1.82 each of 2, and I'm sort of leaning towards the 2 of them as far as my selections are concerned, but I'm definitely more in the camp of number 2 Cat's Pajamas. I thought that this one certainly must have a very good chance of ending in the winner's enclosure now that Gavin Arena is booked to ride it. I thought this one has definitely got what it takes. Now back in Durban and back over 1,000 metres. Put a line through that last run when travelling up to Joburg to contest the Merchants, I think on home soil. Cat's Pajamas, if one looks at the form, is definitely a lively contender to take the lion's share of the prize money. I'm going for that one ahead of number 1 Chocolate Soldier, who is holding form, yes, but I'm more in favour of Cat's Pajamas. However, the lightweight that number 1 Chocolate Soldier is carrying may just have that edge on the other, so it wouldn't surprise me if either of them were to win it. For third, I'm going with 4 No Filters. She could give the boys a run for their money. And for fourth, I'm going with number 3 Luna Cam, who finished second in both his course and distance attempts. So 2 from 1, 1 from 2, either one of them wouldn't surprise me if either of them were to win it, from 4 and 3 in race number 5. Moving on to race 6, which is a merit-rated 74 handicap over 1,400 metres, and 11 runners were carded to run. We've already had 2 scratchings, and one of the scratchings happened to be my first choice selection, number 4 Tea Time Tipple, which means that my second choice as far as this race goes will have to become my first choice, and then I'm going to side now with number 2 Kimball O'Hara, who also happens to be the revised favourite at 2.5 to 1 in the betting. This one finished close up third last time out. That form line has been franked, and Kimball O'Hara is having his third one after rest, so should be cherry ripe to take the lion's share of the prize money. So I'm going with that one ahead of number 6 Rhythm. Easy winner last time out as a speedy sort. Gavin Arena for Alison Wright. I think that one could finish in the second berth. For third, I'm going with 1 Whispers of War. Has got the blinkers on and I think could be involved in the placings. And for fourth, I'm going with number 3 Heaven's Will, who takes a drop back in class and could finish in the money. So I'm going with 2, 6, 1 and 3 in race number 6. Penultimate race on the programme is race number 7. It's a merit-rated 96 handicap over 1,400 metres, where 8 runners will go to the post. And here, I'm not going with either of the joint favourites at 2.86 from the Kanamea yard. I'm in fact going with a 4 to 1 shot, and that's number 4 Q Wings. Finished second behind Gladiatorian last time out, and that to me, when I looked at the form, stood out. I'm definitely going with this one because if one looks further into the form line, you'll see that 5 of his career wins have come on the Greyville track. So that's definitely my first choice selection ahead of number 1 Perilla, who's ideally course and distance suited. Wouldn't surprise me if 7 Mr. Master Starter runs another cracker this Friday night, the way he did last Friday night, but I'm a little bit concerned that this race may have come a little bit too soon. And for fourth, I'm going with number 2 African Skyline, who's better than that last run, loves this distance and cannot be ignored. So I'm going 4 from 1, 7 and 2 in race number 7, which takes us on to the lucky last of the evening. and that is a merit rated 67 for fillies and mares, where 10 runners will face the starter at the 1,000 metre mark. And I'm also not going for the favourite in the last. I'm looking for value to hopefully get us out of it. And I'm going with number 1, Colorado Creek, who's currently priced up at 5-1 in the betting. Now this one is back from a break. I thought when I looked at the form, should enjoy the step up in trip. Drops back in class, has got decent previous form, and I do think that this one, if fit and well, should give a very good account of herself to win the last of the evening ahead of number 4, the Queen Bee, who's holding form, must be included in all bets. Then I'm going for 6, Purple Flower, who is bringing very good polyform into this race, and if bringing that polyform to the turf, should get into the shake-up. And then only I'm going with the favourite, number 9, Hot Lava. It was a good post-maiden effort. A repeat of that run will obviously make Hot Lava competitive. 1 from 4, 6 and 9 are the numbers I'm going with in the last of the evening. And that takes care of our preview for Hollywoodbets Greyville on Friday night. Hopefully, it's going to be a profitable evening for you, where you can build a kitty for the remainder of the weekend, because there's still feature race action on Saturday and feature race action on Sunday to look forward to. From me, Rouvaun, till next time, you take care. Cheers for now.